All right, welcome back. Our live coverage on Facebook and YouTube, and we are working diligently to get the antennas back up here in Terrebonne Parish. Once we get that, everybody can catch us on the air again. But we told you we had redundant ways to get to you, and it's proven true, and a lot of you are watching. We appreciate it. Joining me now, the parish president of Terrebonne Parish, Gordon Dove. There you see Mr. Dove, and Gordy, I guess we'll call this the daily briefing, because that's the only way I can see it. Changes every day, doesn't it?
Yeah, boy, and everything's really going well. Our big emphasis right now is on temporary housing and long-term housing. DRC, the debris contractor, is Johnny on the spot. I saw him picking up, they're going to pick up limbs and all. They're strictly limbs and leaves and what have you. And they're out there moving, and all our infrastructure at the EOC is working out, and our pods, points of distribution with the National Guard throughout Terrebonne Parish has a good presence. Mm-hmm. A lot of people showed up cooking, volunteering, and we want to thank them for that. It's really been a good concerted effort. Water is about 65% of the parish. Of course, Mike Sobek can give you the exact number.
And that went up from yesterday.
Yeah, it's going up. Mm-hmm. As they're moving along with the water lines, they're finding these mains that are busted, and even though they're below the ground or something, they still, I guess, with this monster of a hurricane, it busted some mains, and so they're slowly moving on that. And
what about people's lines that have, and this may be a Mike Sobek question, but I'll ask you, if somebody's line after the meter is busted in their yard or their long driveway or whatever, and the water been spewing out for 3 or 4 days, can they claim that on the insurance, or will the waterworks give them a break?
Boy, that's a good question. I'm sure waterworks can work something with people, but you can definitely, if there's a bill, you can definitely get it on your insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, anything pertaining to your home or business is, less your deductible is covered by your insurance.
Because a lot of people have breaks after the meter, so I know they're gonna...
Right, and waterworks is not going to take care of that, because they got 45, 50,000
and
meters.
we want people to fix that, so get somebody out there to fix it, because it put less pressure on the main, for sure.
Right.
Electrical, any timelines?
Thursday, we're getting the what they call the interconnect from the west, and we're gonna go ahead and power up Terrebonne General and Waterworks. They both on generators, mm-hmm. and then they're gonna start powering up different sections of the city and parish. Now, the majority of your lift stations, your substations, mm-hmm. electrical substations, probably 60-70% of them are fixed. So. But then they have to go there down individual streets and all, mm-hmm. to see what houses are damaged. And because if a house is damaged, they're just going to cut the line going to it, because mm-hmm. they don't want to energize it, because it could cause a fire or electrocute someone.
But if you live on a major highway, let's say Bayou Black or wherever, your chances of having power before deep in the subdivision, logically, are better than when you got to go deep in the subdivision.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. And and on the west side or the north side of the intercoastal, this side of the intercoastal, you had less damage than the bayous. So mm-hmm. naturally, this is going to light up quicker than the bayous. The bayous still have a lot of work, a lot of power lines down.
I saw a lot of crews on the way to work this morning, especially on Bayou Black. I mean, truck after truck after truck, and I want to remind people, don't get agitated when the flag man makes you wait for a while, because he's putting power on in your subdivision.
And if you see them behind you, pull over the side of the road and let them go. And if you see a police car, and I know I've said it before, mm-hmm. and you show on ambulance or a fireman with his lights on, they have a mission. They're on their way, or their lights won't be on. Mm-hmm. Their emergency lights.
And it doesn't hurt to roll your window down, and when you're slowly passing by and they're flagging you through, to holler, "Thank you."
Oh yeah, don't give them thumbs up. Yeah,
that goes a long way.
These guys are really working well, and it's really come together. Look, all department heads, Texas Gulf Road, we do have trouble with that pump station in Berg. We're presently we're installing a temporary pump out there as we speak. So our regular day-to-day infrastructure we have to maintain because it rains every day.
Right. There's no
And-
doubt.
and the
We had
last
a
thing
good
we
one
wanted-
yesterday.
The last thing we want is flood homes because some pump station is out. But other than that, everything is operating very well, and the Civic Center is still giving out tarps and ice and water and meals. Now we have a big emphasis. If you own a convenience store and you have gasoline in your tanks and you have excess, we will attempt to go out there and hook a generator to your place. Our big goal is get convenience stores up to distributing gasoline, and then of course we have Walmart, Rouse's, and Canada's. The supermarkets are open, and on our website it has a list of all the convenience stores that are up and running, like Rebecca out on Highway 9311. They're up and running. That's a big station right there where that casino truck stop is. Civic Stop. They have one on West Park. So we're slowly getting them up. The plantation should be operating according to its owners by tomorrow. So if we can get the plantation up and get the citizens out of these long lines. I mean, it's a shame they got to wait in these long lines.
Yeah, we're gonna hold the parish president for one more segment. He has a lot of information to bring. We're gonna talk about the gas lines, the permitting with Generac and all that. They're all using the gas lines. We'll talk about trash pickup. A lot of people have been asking us about trash pickup. Well, you got to get power lines out the roads before you can have trash pickup. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to try to answer a bunch of your questions that you've been letting us know you would like to answer. And once again, we have a lot of people lined up for the day. We'll be right back.